Hey, welcome back, and for this time we're going to look at the power of for loops. Well, firstly we've got a list of words. Hi, oh my god, works, and this. They're all separated out by commas. There's 4 values in that list. We've also got a string called name, so its identifier of the variable is called name, and the string is an example. We've also got a number. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stored as inside the variable with the identifier number. It says, as it is, an integer number as well. We could also have a decimal, so we could take a look through all of those different types of variables. So let's take the list first, then the name, then the number. We can use a for loop to go through each of these values. So for words, or for word, individual word in words, we could just print it out. Ooh, typo. We could just print out the word. Now you remember that this word here matches, and it's our choice as to what we call that variable. In this case it made sense that we used the singular. So pressing F5 allows us to save our program, name it, and hi, oh my god, works this. Yoda, be I must. There we go. So it goes through each of them in order, and whatever the value in the list is, it will take that as word, or whatever we call that variable. So we could do exactly the same for name. For every letter in the name, so for letter in name, it could be for character in name, it could be for I in name. Remember, we're trying to make these as meaningful as possible so that we understand what they actually mean. We're going to print the letter. F5, it saves it. And instead of going through each value in the list, it's now going through every single letter in the name and using that one. Now that's how it works with a string. So what about a number? Can I have 4-digit in number? Well, let's try it. We can print out the digit. Could have been value, but hey, let's go with digit. And try it. It goes through hi, oh my god, works this, an example, but then says the type of an integer is not iterable. If you remember back, we looked at data types ages ago, and it doesn't understand how to, well, Python doesn't understand how to loop through a number. We can take a look at 1, 2, 3, 4 and read it out that way, but as far as it's concerned, that number is 1234, no questions asked. So to be able to loop through it, we need to turn it into a string. Turn it into the letters 1, 2, 3, 4 rather than it understanding it as whole numbers. So let's try it. So we can treat it as text, we convert it to a string using str around the number 1, 2, 3, 4 gets printed out. Now we read that as 1, 2, 3, 4 in numbers. So let's just see if I can add it, move the mouse, to create a total. Let's try it out. Hi, oh my god, works. Oh, it gets to 1, tries to add it as a digit, and it can't. It says that total is not defined, so let's create it. Total equals 0, F5, another error message. Unsupported operand type for a plus, it can't add an integer, which is that 0 and that total that we set up, to a string, because we've converted the number into a string. To add it together, we have to take it back as a whole number and tell it it's a number again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no total, but no error message as well. So let's print out the total. Total. Here we go. F5. 1, 2, 3, 4 added together gives us 10. 2, 3. Oh, yeah, 6 then 10. Brilliant. So we can loop through a whole digit number, an integer number, by converting it to a string and then change it back to an integer afterwards if we need to do any maths with it. Does it also therefore work in exactly the same way for decimals? If I tried looping through a decimal number or a floating point number, will it allow me? Nope. Float object is not iterable. It can't loop through a float digit because again it doesn't read it as 12.34, it reads it as 12.34. So we need to turn it into a string. so it can loop through it. 12.34. We then need to add it together as a total. Ooh, better reset it to 0. Total equals 0. Total equals total plus, well actually we need them as whole numbers, don't we? Digit. Let's try it. Do we need to print the total again? So it should therefore give us 12.34 as whole numbers, and then it gets stuck. Because it tries turning for that int digit, that full stop into a whole number. Now as we all know, a full stop isn't a whole number, so we're going to have to check for it. We're going to have to use our selection. Well, if the digit that we're currently looking for is equal to a full stop, we can't do anything with it. So we don't want a is equal to, we want a not equal to. Tap that in, and it only does that if it's not the decimal point. F5. 12.34, and the total still gives us 10. It shouldn't. Realistically it shouldn't, but we were just looking at the digits and seeing what we can do with them. It's over to you, but a for loop is very powerful to loop through anything you need it to, including numbers. But if they are a number to begin with, you have to convert them into a string before you can loop through them. Good luck. Over to you.